Hey guys, check this out. Here, let me bring this screen on right here. This was me, Marissa, back in 2018, just with the most minimalistic YouTube equipment, a webcam, an iPhone 6, some good old natural window light, and it was a crazy low production, but I was still doing it. I was still on camera. And to top that off, this right here got me to my first 15,000 subscribers and my YouTube channel monetized. In today's video, I'm talking about the YouTube equipment that I had in the beginning, which took me from zero all the way to my very first 6 figures online. And then I'll give you a tour of what I use now and best practices, which you should definitely be implementing into your YouTube channel to make life easier. By the way, welcome to this YouTube channel where we talk all about turning your subscribers to sales, and I share with you my best insights on how I grew my company from zero to multiple 6 figures with just organic traffic. Now give this video a big thumbs up and comment studio in the comments if you're ready to press record for your next YouTube video. Now let's talk about the only 3 items I used and needed that got me from 0 subscribers all the way up to 15,000 subscribers pretty fast, actually, in a matter of just 6 months. And that first thing was a webcam. So back when I started in 2018, I had a 2014 or 2015 MacBook Pro, and it was, I forget what version it was, but it was that big 15-inch, very heavy. It had a webcam and it was super duper pixelated. As you can see from some of my old videos, like I had the lighting all wrong, just my hair was a mess. I didn't even care what I looked like. I got in front of the camera after I worked out, like in my t-shirt and my sports bra. It was just like, whatever, right? So back then, you know, doesn't look like what this looks like now. And that's okay. Like, it was kind of weird. I look back, I'm like, Marissa, what in the hell was going on? But I was doing it. I was getting views, I was getting subscribers, and building up my list, my channel, my audience, and most importantly, my online business. So back to that first thing I mentioned was the webcam, right? My old MacBook Pro laptop. And as soon as I was able to get a couple of sales online with affiliate marketing, I upgraded to this webcam right here. It is a Logitech 1080p webcam, and it hooks onto any one of your laptops, and it's really great because it's 1080p quality. You can film really great either not movies. You can film great movies. No, you can film great videos with this thing, and it's also great for meetings, just to have way more quality when you're speaking to people on Zoom. And so when I was able to buy this, I used this as well in addition to my very old iPhone 6. So back in those days, back in whatever, 2017, 2016, I was using my iPhone 6. Still a very good quality camera. It had, high definition 1080p, and I use that camera a lot. I didn't even have a microphone. All I had was a little pop socket thingy on the back, which I do now. So I'm like all about the pop socket life, because when you have a pop socket, right, you can easily just film, for Instagram, for whatever it is you're doing, and you won't drop your phone. Okay, so I had the webcam, the phone, and also window lighting, which was free 99. I didn't have any lights back then. I had just sold all my stuff when I was living in Phoenix, Arizona. I got rid of all my stuff. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom house. I had a roommate at the time, and I sold everything except for I just had a suitcase and a backpack full of things, and everything else went, like my clothes, couches, tables, chairs, everything in the garage, you name it, it was gone. So I was extremely minimalistic, and I was making videos back then in Southeast Asia, in Phuket, Thailand, where I started my digital nomad journey first. And so if you don't take anything else away from this video today, just know that you can build a profitable YouTube channel with just your phone, with just what you have right now. Let me repeat, with just your phone, with just what you have in your pocket or purse right now, you can build this thing. And take it from me as living proof. You can tell back then that my quality was poop, okay? But the quality of the information that I was giving out, people liked it. So that's why people started subscribing to my channel and watching my videos, because it's always the quality of their information over the production and what it actually looks like. Now, I will say a couple things about audio, because if your audio sucks, no one will watch your videos either. But I know several people who are just getting started with their phones right now on their YouTube channel, and also are running $1 million businesses with just using the footage from their smartphone and camera. And speaking of making profitable YouTube channels and making money from day one from your YouTube channel, even if you're starting from 0 subscribers and 0 audience, go ahead and download my Subscribers to Sales Blueprint if you're interested, because that talks all about the 6 steps that you'll need to create a profitable YouTube channel, to grow your online business, to grow your brand, and really be successful right from the jump. So now what I want to talk about is some must-have accessories for your smartphone if you are going to start your YouTube studio with just your smartphone, okay? And that first thing that is a must is your audio, okay? Because if your audio is poor, if it's staticky, if it's very, very low, if it's just hard to hear, people will exit out of your video because it is annoying, okay? It's very, very annoying to listen to a video, a podcast, whatever it is, without good audio. Audio is way more important than the visual, and for that reason, I highly recommend you getting a lavalier microphone, or one of these microphones that I have right here, which I'll talk about and show later. Get that for your phone. There's definitely some that you can hook on to your iPhone, and for you Droid users, just Google on Amazon literally like, lavalier mic for Android phone, and there will be a ton of great cheap mics that will pop up. Now let's talk about quality of the actual visual footage. Now let's take the Samsung Galaxy S21 versus the iPhone, or not really versus the iPhone, but let's talk about these two cameras. So I have the iPhone, I can't remember what this is. It's either I think it's the 12, all right? So you see this camera right here. The iPhone has 3 cameras back here, and the first thing I will say is that, for both the Samsung and the iPhone, is that these cameras are powerful. They are very, very powerful cameras. There is a setting on the iPhone. You can just go into settings, then you can go into the camera, you can put it on 4K with 30 frames per second. This is the best type of quality when you're filming with your phone. And I'm sure you can do that and change the settings on your Samsung phone and any type of Droid phone as well. So whichever type of phone you have, they have really powerful cameras, as I said. They have 1080p footage at minimum, and almost all smartphones nowadays have 4K footage. Don't forget, you're going to want to put that 30 frames per second mode, which in talking to several YouTubers, they agree that 30 frames per second is the best one for these types of videos where it's talking head and it just shows up great as the final production of the video. Again, these cameras have very crispy footage as long as you're using the back camera. You can zoom in and you can also zoom out with these phones. You can do slow motion, and you can also do great things like time lapses with these phones. And time lapses give you great options to introduce B-roll and other types of things where you want to show a long process in a very short amount of time. Okay, so let's talk about a piece of equipment that you absolutely must have if you are doing a home studio and starting with the smartphone, and that is this piece of equipment right here. It is a phone holder. I have the Amazon link in the description for you guys to see it, but this thing, it's only $6 or $7, I think $7 with tax. It is a game changer because, let me show you. So you get this, right? And then you put your phone in it, or on it, right? And then you unscrew this to make it longer, and then you tighten it, right? So then you have your phone and you can turn it to make vertical content, or you can turn it to make horizontal content. And then this right here is a universal tripod hook. So it can hook into any type of tripod that you want. And speaking of tripods, my absolute favorite one right here is the Joby Gorilla Pod. I love this thing. It's a little bit more expensive than the other tripods you'll see on Amazon. It's, I think, $40 price point, but listen, this is a game changer. I mean, I absolutely love this Joby because, I'm screwing it in right now to the phone holder, but the reason why I love it is because it's very, very, very strong. It can hold a heavy camera, and of course it can hold a smartphone, and whatever type of device you have on there. And that's why I love it, because when you talk, so let's say you're outside or you're inside, wherever you are, and you're vlogging, or you're just talking to the camera like this and holding it, it's very, very, very stable. Your phone or your camera won't fall no matter what the weight is. And then this down here, it's great because you can twist it, bend it, make it hook onto a whatever you want to hook it onto. So it's really cool, and you can put it there if you're doing a time lapse, or if you're demonstrating something. Maybe you're doing a yoga flow, or you're demonstrating your online fitness workout for your audience. It's really cool. I love this. So you can start off with this tripod from the beginning. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. You will not go wrong because this thing is sturdy and you will use it for years. And so that goes into my next category of equipment that you'll need. Lights. As I mentioned, the window is amazing. It limits you to film during the day, but I've never filmed at night. Okay, so the window lighting is free. It's amazing. Use it if you have it, right? If not, maybe you live in a very, dark house or apartment that doesn't have very much access to window light. That's fine. There's very economical options on Amazon as well. Don't think too much about it. You'll see like this 10-inch ring light. It's smaller. It's definitely on the cheaper side compared to the bigger lights. I think it's under $30 for sure. You can find lighting options for around the $20-25 mark. And you can also check on an option like this selfie ring light, very similar to the 10-inch ring light. They both will do just fine and get the job done to give you some lighting on your videos. But yes, I do recommend wherever you're filming, make sure the light source is in front of you. You don't want your background to have any light sources. This is a mistake I made one time with a video. I had a light source in front of me and a big light source in back of me, and the video came out very dark, and it was a shame because the graphics on that video were awesome, and it just don't do that. Make sure the lighting behind you is a wall or something that's going to be darker than what's in front of you. Guys, I must admit, this is like a really fun video for me to make. I feel like this is like show and tell back in elementary school. You're like, yeah, look at all my YouTube equipment. Look guys, this is what I use. Okay, so let's talk about the equipment I use now. To be honest, back in 2019, I did a video on what equipment I use, and now where are we? We're in 2022, fall of 2022, and it's still the same equipment. I think with the addition of one light. And so let me just show you what type of light I have. I actually bought this LED square light. So you can see this light right here. It's on and it's aiming at me, and that's why my video has good lighting. But this is the newer LED two-piece square light. Sorry, that's probably like horrible, but this is what I use. So I use that one. There's two of them that I have. It came in a package of two because I'm like, I really need multiple light options because I was traveling, and I'm like, well, I was living in, I think, total when I was digital nomad, I've been to over 30 Airbnbs. Now we're a family of 3 and we're much more settled down, so we don't need so many lights. But I also had this ring light right here. And as you can see in that old footage I showed you, this ring light, which I'm using to kind of light my background. Okay, so there's that ring light. And then, so that's the lighting. And now let's move on to the camera. I absolutely love my 4K camera. It is a Panasonic G85, and I unboxed it about 4 years ago, and I gave a little tour. I'll leave a link to the video if you see on screen right now. But I absolutely love this thing. When I got it, it was a bundle. It came with like an SD card, the camera, a different lens. It came with a tripod. It came with all kinds of stuff. And for $700, you can't go wrong, because most of the Sonys and the Canons, those are going to cost you upwards of closer to $2K to purchase that 4K camera. And I love this camera. I mean, one day I will upgrade to a Sony or something like that. But to be honest, if you're somebody who claims is not techie, I am not techie either. One of the reasons I haven't upgraded to a newer camera is because I don't want to figure it out. Okay, because it's like,
oh, you have your routine with this camera. I really love how it looks, and I just want to roll with it.
So there's no need to upgrade right now. I love my minimalistic 4K setup, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is thinking about purchasing their first 4K camera. It's a great vlogging camera as well. The one thing I really like is that you can see yourself as you film. So you can flip the screen. Here, I'll flip to my smartphone camera to show you. But as you can see, I'm filming this YouTube video right now, and I can see myself right here as I'm filming. So what I like about this is you can move this up and down, and so you can put it back, open and close it. And this is a really cool way to see yourself and see what you look like live as you are filming a YouTube video. Okay, and one of the other things that's essential when I film is I get this Power DeWise lavalier mic. I really love it because it hooks on to your clothes. Oh wait, this is just one of the cords, but it hooks on to your camera, and it can also hook into your computer if you want a lavalier mic to have good audio. And what I love is it can clip, you know, on your shirt. Here it is, up close and personal, but it can hook onto your shirt. You can clip it really anywhere, and it's very versatile. You can put it under your shirt and you can hide it very, very well. And the other mic I have, this is for vlogging and outdoor. This is the Rode mic. A lot of people have this, so when you are, you know, using this fuzzy little thing, helps with sound and the wind outside, but this is the Rode mic, and it hooks nicely onto the 4K camera and also that Gorilla Pod that I showed you, and it hooks right here. This is the audio piece that hooks into your camera. Really, really love this camera, and I've used it a lot when I was traveling, you know, and doing vlogging style videos. The other thing you can't live without when you have a 4K camera are your SD cards. So I buy typically the biggest size SD cards, which are 128 gigabytes. I don't know if they have anything, wait, let me bring it into focus. So yeah, this SD card, I have like 6 of them because, you know, 4K footage is big footage, and if you're, you know, you're gonna have really big files if and when you decide to go 4K. So a ton of memory cards. You can't go wrong. I have footage, you know, just footage is all over the place. And so I can't make an equipment YouTube studio tour video without mentioning what you don't see and can't physically see right here, and that is my tool called Asana. Asana helps me so much with my YouTube workflow. I couldn't really operate my business, my personal life, or my YouTube channel without Asana. It is a project management tool and productivity tool that helps, you know, you check off tasks and everything. And I have my whole entire YouTube workflow. It's something we teach in our Subscribers to Sales program. And when you take a look at it, you can see how I have all my video titles organized with my different channel pillars. And then once I'm ready to film a certain video title, I'll move it into the scripting column. And then I'll move it into filming as I'm filming this video, and then editing to my editing team, so on and so forth. And that helps me keep track of all video titles. It helps keep track of where videos are in the process. We have number trackers for each video project, and it's a very, very streamlined system to keep track of so many moving parts going on at once. And I highly, highly recommend getting Asana if you don't have a project management tool, and setting up your YouTube workflow so that way you can just, you know, have a system that you don't even have to think about. And during the week, you know, everybody's busy, everything has a ton of things going on outside of being a creator. And so by having a YouTube workflow, things become habit and things become routine. And those are the most important things for being successful really at everything, is developing habits to strive towards a goal. And that goes for anything regarding business and personal life. All right, so if you've made it to this point of the video, amazing. Why don't we continue learning and growing together, and check out this video that's coming up next, all about building a successful YouTube channel and growing, getting your first 1,000 subscribers. Go ahead and click right here, and I'll see you on that next video. When entrepreneurs are new to content creation and new to building out a YouTube channel so that they can get more exposure, more revenue, and grow their business, I always hear the same 3